Hey Exiles, Josh Rooney here. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Yeah. And just like a friend who you haven't seen in a while, I've got a new game to show you. And it's actually a Minecraft server called Incremental Paradise. Now you may be asking, okay, what is this Minecraft server about? Well, imagine a mixture of Minecraft prison servers and something like old school RuneScape or really anything similar to that. And incremental games like Cookie Clicker or NGU Idle or any other game where the objective is to just get a bigger number. This server is a combination of all of these things together. And now is actually the greatest time to hop on because as of this video launching, we're getting one of the biggest updates the server has ever seen today when this video launches. I'll make a video talking about this update sometime in the future, but for now, let's talk about what this server has to offer pre-update. First things first is the hub. This area gives a small explanation about what you can expect from the server, which is what I'll get into here in just a moment. Then it leads you into a huge portal that you can use to warp between worlds. There's also some NPCs here that you can talk to, but most of them aren't going to be important till later. So let's make our way into that portal and see our first world. Now, the first thing that you should do once you get here is to talk to Novice. Novice? Novice. She will give you the tools you need to complete tasks and level up. Tasks are the main progression system here. Every time you complete all of your tasks, you can level up. And what can you do here? Well, let me show you. We've got things like farming, foraging, fishing, mining, and combat. Now, once you start doing tasks, you will earn points that you can use to spend to improve your skill you were using. For example, I'm going to show you the mining skill menu. Your first point will always be for an active ability. These are something that you can activate to help you with whatever you're doing for a small duration before they go on a cooldown. With mining, I like using Ricochet, because by pressing Q, you can send a copy of your pickaxe out to mine a different block at the same time, or the same one faster. Active abilities are cool and all, but there is a lot more after the first skill point. That's where passive skills come in. They provide boosts that are active all the time and can help you tremendously. For instance, the skill Cascade gives you a chance to instantly mine some adjacent blocks whenever you mine, or Treasure Hunter giving you more ores per ore mined, or a Nuke, which gives you a small chance to spawn a nuke to explode. Now, once you farm whatever you choose for a little bit, you can sell everything for gold and spend it in the gold shop. Here, you can speed up your farming skills even more. Going back to using mining as an example, here you can increase your mining speed, increase the amount of ore that you can get with one block break, and while we're in the shop, let's talk about effigies. Effigies are one of the big idle aspects of the server, but what are they and how do you get them? Back in our mining menu, there is a skill that, if taken, will give you a small chance to earn keys to use back at the hub right over here. Right-click on the block with the proper key and you will roll for that key's item. For now, we're just looking at effigies. Once we get one, all we need to do is to go to that effigies resource, place it down, and it'll start working for you. Now you have a way to earn that resource while offline. You can also use them to speed up your tasking, but we'll get into that later. Now's a good time to get into mini bosses. If you've been exploring a little bit, you may have stumbled across the Hoglin or the Funky Crab. Both of these guys are mini bosses. They're a lot harder to kill than normal enemies, but they have great rewards. Some of these include armor, pets, and accessories. What can you do with those? Well, that's where the wardrobe comes in handy. In our wardrobe, we can store multiple sets of armor, pets, and accessories. First off, we have armor. There is a plethora of different types of armor in the game for every skill, and all of them have a different way of getting them. Some you can buy, some from killing bosses, and others you need to attend small events like the harvest event that happens every 30 minutes for farming gear. Next up, pets. You can find them by dropping a pet egg randomly from the keys that we talked about earlier, or some of them need to be target farmed by doing something specific. Pets have a multitude of different things they can do, ranging from giving you more mining speed to sacrificing your excess pets to feed the queen bee for the benefit of the small buffs for everything. Last but not least are accessories. They give you small buffs and go right here in your inventory. You can get them in the same ways as you can get armor. All of these things can be saved in the wardrobe menu. So whenever it's time to do a mining task, I can just switch to my mining set and all of my armor, pets, and accessories are switched over automatically. By this point, tasks have been getting a lot harder because they've been needing more and more resources at every level. But once you hit level 30, you can do the first reset of the game, prestiging. Prestiging resets everything here, but gives you a prestige point to spend in the new prestige shop. These bonuses can range from giving more luck, more points per skill level up, more XP, and special bonuses for each skill. Once you prestige for the first time, you'll unlock World 2. This is where the game really opens up and gives you a bow to help with the new mobs you'll face, and a lot of options for what you can do other than just leveling up. A few of those options are like helping out the baker and make some food that you can eat for permanent buffs, talking over with this guy and fly around the map for some free stuff, or visiting this guy over here in the forge. He can help you upgrade your mining gear, which you can use to progress further into the caverns. That last one is the main progression for World 2. In order to push further and further into the Caverns of Chaos, you need to talk to Thorin Ironforge to get an amulet that helps you get protection in the first 2 layers of the caverns. But if you want to push further than that, you will need to upgrade it. Let's go explore these chaotic caverns, shall we? The first layer is the Lush Caverns. It has a lush green scenery with large cave walls. There is bright red crimsonite to mine, but stand in one spot for too long and the spiders may jump down and attack you. Not only that, but gigantic slimes and poisonous plants are trying to stop you from moving past. Once you manage to push past those enemies, you'll stumble across the next layer, the Veil of Whispers. Starkly different from the last, this layer boasts dark purple and gray walls with a lighter pink, purple, and red ceiling, with Endermen crawling everywhere you look. They don't get mad if you look at them, but be prepared for a fight if you do make one angry. Spotted around are veins of Verilith for you to mine, but be careful. Something may be hiding in those ores, ready to strike if you break them. There is also a new crop to harvest down here. But be careful being out in the open without crouching, or the spotters may find you and latch onto you if you aren't vigilant. If you can move quietly enough, you can fall into our third layer, the Inferno Hollows. From now on, you'll need an upgraded amulet to survive this far down, and you'll need those stats it has to survive this hellish landscape with its red everything and dangers around every corner with 5 new mobs to kill. It also seems to have a breed of fish that can live in the lava down here, and these cubes on the end of these stalactites and mites can be farmed. And a new ore to mine, Azurgem. This last layer is extremely dangerous, so I would highly suggest you gear up before you head down to our final layer, the Abyss. Down here, there is the most new stuff, but also the most deadly. With all of the new mobs and wormhole hazards, if you aren't careful, they'll catch you off guard. But if you are careful, you could mine our last ore of World 2, Aurorium, or use your axe to chop down some Zephyr from the walls, but you'll need to shoot it down before it tries to fly away. Finally, you can sprout twine from these plants to harvest, but you need to harvest it from the top down. And that's it for the most part of the Caverns of Chaos, except for the aggro feature, which you'll need to try out for yourself. But the caverns aren't the only thing you can do in World 2. It has a new tier of crop that you can harvest called advanced crops. The reason they're advanced is because you can't just hold left click and run around for the most part. These have a gimmick to them before you can harvest them. Take corn for example. When you click on one, a menu opens up and you'll need to click on the left and right to husk the corn to harvest it. Or shimmer, which you need to harvest the correct color to get a bonus to XP and drops. Higher your streak, the more drops you get, but make a mistake and start your streak over. There is a lot more you can do here, but that's for you to discover. But there is just one last thing before we head to World 3, and that's blueprints. Whenever you're farming for something for a while, there is a chance to drop a blueprint. If you go back to your skill menu, it's right here. Blueprints will help immensely with your tools. Things like more speed for mining and foraging, damage for swords, fish catch chance, and luck for everything, aka more drops. Having a good blueprint can make doing any task a breeze. Now that we've been in World 2 for a bit and have been prestiging a lot, 10 times to be exact, let's do the second layer of resets, Ascension. Technically you can do it at 5 prestiges, but it's recommended to do it at 10. Doing this will give you some Ascension points to spend in its shop. There are a lot of things you can buy here, but I'll just talk about a couple. Outsourcing allows effigies to be automatically collected whenever you get a task needing the item it generates. It is fantastic once you get a bunch of effigies. The Prestige Token effigy just gives you an effigy that generates prestige tokens. It starts very slow at 1 a day, but later on it gets much faster. Fast Pass sets your level to 5 when you prestige, but ups the minimum level to prestige by 1. And the last one I want to talk about is Overtime. It increases the number of tasks you need to do by 5, but every time you level up, you get 2 levels instead of 1. With all of these perks together, it makes prestiging very fast, and all of them have higher levels to make them even stronger. With Ascending, you will unlock World 3, the last one I'm going to talk about today. For what there is to do here in World 3, well, there is a lot to do, like a lot to do. So I'm just going to go over the basics. The main gimmick of this world is all of the new stuff is on these surrounding islands. Like we got the Mining Island, Wolfland, Disney's Aladdin's Beach, Pigville, Water Park, Spawnlandia, and Bee Paradise. All of these islands have a little bit of everything to do on them. Take some time and look around to get familiar with the area. Do you hear that? I think it's bossing time. For every world, there is a main boss that you can summon. These bosses are hard, so it's a good idea to let everyone know on the server that you're about to summon one so that they can help you, and so that they can get some of the juicy rewards. These range from the Infernal Demon Lord's armor from the World 1 boss, all of the random stuff that Azurin drops from World 2, including the crazy rare but extremely good blueprint drops from his special versions, to the crazy number of things the Queen Bee drops, including her scepter. Most of the things from Azurin and Queen Bee help upgrade your blueprints. Or you can drop this Amnesia Stone. Still don't know what it does. I think that just about wraps up everything I wanted to talk about. There is still so much more, like mini-games, Zeke World chests, community game night, trinkets, blueprint upgrading and re-rolling, the community-made QOL mod and texture pack, the Discord server. There's just too much to talk about. But if you want to try it out for yourself, just boot up one of the latest versions of Minecraft, put in the server IP incrementalparadise.com, and have fun. If you do end up enjoying it, if you could do me a favor and type in chat /thank space Josh Rooney 2004, I would greatly appreciate it. If you do, we both get free stuff, and who doesn't like free stuff? I plan on making another video and streaming once the World 4 update drops, once I get off work. So if you want to see that, I'll leave a link to my Twitch in the description, and you can see me there on launch day. And that'll be it for me today. If you like the video, like and sub would be great. And yeah,